This is Volk. In the unvarnished reality of December 19th, 2025, the New Guard architecture has successfully neutralized the final obstacles to the digital prison. On January 5th, 2026, the dog that has barked for years goes silent. The media calls it a resignation. The truth is, it's a hostage release. Did you surrender? Did Donald Trump run you out of town? Green. I refuse to be a battered wife to this system. But when the death threats bear the president's own nicknames for you, when they target your son, you realize the environment isn't just toxic. It's lethal. The threats weren't just mean tweets. They were credible quanta. One threat sent to her son bore the subject line, "Marjorie Traitor Green," the exact epithet used by the president himself. Green realized that the movement she helped build had been hijacked by a directorate that doesn't just cancel opponents, it erases them. Why the threats? Because Green was the only one pointing at the "oh my god" truth behind the Epstein Files. While everyone argued over flight logs, she was looking at the digital prison. She knew that exposing the files meant exposing the source code for the new American surveillance net, a net her own allies were currently patenting.
Tonight, we delve deep into a conspiracy that redefines the shadows of power, exposing the true nature of the Epstein Files, which go far beyond mere scandals to reveal a technical ledger of immense geopolitical importance. These weren't just scandal sheets full of gossip. They were a precise technical ledger, a detailed blueprint outlining projects of immense geopolitical importance, cleverly hidden in plain sight for those who knew where to look. At its very heart lies Project SunSpark, a highly clandestine initiative aimed at developing advanced solar-powered, stratospheric high-altitude long-endurance, or HAIL drones, designed for unprecedented aerial capabilities. These remarkable drones can operate at altitudes ranging from 60,000 to 80,000 feet, providing persistent, round-the-clock coverage for surveillance and reconnaissance missions, and they have the extraordinary ability to stay aloft for months at a time thanks to their solar panels. Leaked emails from Ehud Barak, the former Israeli prime minister, dated December 9, 2025, explicitly revealed Jeffrey Epstein's pivotal role in brokering this very Project SunSpark initiative. Epstein wasn't just connecting powerful individuals for personal gain. He was forging critical links to a future dominated by unparalleled aerial dominance through these sophisticated stratospheric drones. The motive behind the cover-up now becomes chillingly clear. The president buried the Epstein files not to shield himself from personal scandals, but to safeguard his family's substantial financial interests deeply intertwined with this cutting-edge surveillance technology. This revelation leads us straight into the intricate financial web, particularly focusing on 1789 Capital, a venture capital firm boasting deep and controversial ties to Donald Trump Jr., raising serious questions about influence and access. 1789 Capital, well known for strategically investing in companies aligned with conservative values and principles, entered into a significant partnership with Trump Jr., immediately sparking widespread concerns over potential conflicts of interest in government dealings. Among its key portfolio companies, Vulcan Elements would soon emerge as a central player in this unfolding drama of power, technology, and hidden agendas. Then, on December 4th, 2025, Vulcan Elements secured a massive $620 million loan directly from the Pentagon, an enormous sum that fueled immediate speculation across the defense sector. This substantial funding, poured into a relatively obscure and unknown entity like Vulcan Elements, raised more than a few eyebrows and triggered intense scrutiny throughout the entire defense industry. But the true, profound significance of Vulcan Elements lies in its core business, the specialized manufacturing of rare earth magnets, components vital to modern military and surveillance technologies. These magnets are far from ordinary components. They are absolutely essential for the high-performance motors and precise actuators that power the advanced propulsion systems in cutting-edge drones. And here's precisely where all the critical dots connect seamlessly. Vulcan Elements' rare earth magnets, particularly neodymium types, are exactly the specialized components required by the motors detailed in the Project SunSpark HAIL drone blueprints. The exploding global drone market consumes vast, staggering amounts of these rare earth magnets each year, with the entire supply chain overwhelmingly dominated by China. thereby exposing severe strategic vulnerabilities for nations like the United States. That Pentagon loan to Vulcan Elements wasn't merely a financial investment. It represented a calculated, strategic maneuver to establish and secure a reliable domestic supply chain for this critical component essential to future surveillance dominance. In essence, the so-called New Guard has effectively privatized the infamous swamp, now owning and controlling the very surveillance technology that invisibly watches over every aspect of our daily lives. These omnipresent eyes in the sky from hail drones extend far beyond mere national security applications. They form the backbone of a global prison, an inescapable, pervasive network of total control and constant monitoring. And shockingly, the essential hardware powering this ominous global prison is being manufactured by companies with direct, undeniable financial links to the First Family strategic investments. This constitutes the true, underlying scandal, not simply isolated corruption, but the insidious, systematic privatization of our most fundamental collective freedom and personal privacy. The elaborate cover-up was meticulously designed to conceal this profound conflict of interest, to deliberately obscure the damning reality that those holding power directly profit from the relentless surveillance imposed upon the populace. The Epstein Files, once casually dismissed by many as nothing more than salacious gossip and tabloid fodder, now stand revealed as a stark, urgent warning to the world. They serve as an irrefutable testament to just how deep this rabbit hole truly plunges, unveiling a corrupt system where unchecked power, immense profit, and absolute control are inextricably intertwined. The New Guard isn't merely tweaking policies here and there. They are fundamentally reshaping the very fabric of our society, one stratospheric drone, one rare earth magnet, one buried secret at a time. The burning question that lingers is this: how much of our modern world is already ensnared under their watchful, fully privatized eye, monitoring our every move without respite? And crucially, what extraordinary measures will it ultimately take for us to reclaim our eroded privacy and decisively dismantle this encroaching global prison once and for all? The unvarnished truth, as it always tends to be, proves far more complex, intricate, and downright terrifying than even our wildest imaginations could have possibly conceived. Hardware is the cage, the ledger is the noose. Enter the regulatory mirage. Rajiv J. Shah, president of the Rockefeller Foundation, is now the deputy chair of the New York Fed. This is the lockstep manual being executed in real time. On December 11th, 2025, the president signed an executive order that preempts state AI and privacy laws. This is the dog that didn't bark. By banning state-level regulation, the Fed and the Rockefeller Directorate have cleared the path for a mandatory digital ID. No governor can protect you. The Federal AI Litigation Task Force now has the power to sue any state that tries to opt out of the biometric ledger. The confluence of these events amplifies concerns about a trajectory towards mandatory digital identification and enhanced governmental oversight. This impacts privacy, security, equality, and the fundamental balance of power between citizens and the state.
The Directorate is in a race against time, driven by an urgent mandate to reshape the global financial landscape. They must roll out the digital ID and the unified ledger, known as Project Agora, before the legacy financial system collapses, an event they anticipate by 2026. Project Agora, spearheaded by the Bank for International Settlements and involving numerous central banks and private entities, aims to revolutionize wholesale cross-border payments. This initiative seeks to enhance efficiency, transparency, and risk management within correspondent banking payment chains through the innovative use of tokenization. On this unified ledger, your money is no longer just currency. It becomes an executable object, a digital asset with inherent programmable functions. This means that the very nature of your financial assets can be controlled and modified based on predefined conditions. Because of the December 11th executive order, your digital ID is permanently fused to your ability to buy or sell, creating an inseparable link between identity and transaction. This fusion ensures that every financial interaction is tied directly to your verified digital identity, leaving no room for anonymity in the new system. Digital identity is a critical component, providing an interoperable unique identifier for various entities across different ledgers. This aligns with executive orders promoting privacy-preserving digital ID solutions and mobile driver's licenses, ostensibly for convenience and security. The 2026 Rockefeller AI Readiness pilots will test the final bar, social credit throttling, a mechanism designed to control behavior. If the AI flags your behavior, like Green's attempt to release the Epstein Files, the smart contract on the ledger automatically restricts your tokens. This system is designed to identify and penalize actions deemed undesirable by the governing authority without direct legal intervention. You aren't arrested. You are simply unverified from existence. Your digital presence and financial capabilities systematically revoked. This concept draws parallels with China's social credit model, which monitors trustworthiness and can impose severe restrictions for noncompliance. Such systems raise profound concerns about social control, transparency, and the potential for widespread surveillance. Programmable tokens are also mentioned as potential hardware authenticators, replacing less secure OTP mobile apps to enhance security. However, this enhanced security comes at the cost of unprecedented control over individual freedoms and financial autonomy. The Directorate's plan to implement digital IDs in Project Agora by 2026 is a direct response to their anticipation of a looming financial system collapse. In this framework, money is not merely a medium of exchange, but a tool for governance, with every transaction a potential point of control. The 2026 Rockefeller AI Readiness pilots are not just about technological advancement. They are about testing the very limits of social engineering, where AI identifies behaviors and smart contracts restrict tokens, potentially leading to the de-verification of individuals. This future, where your financial existence is tied to an algorithmic judgment of your behavior, is rapidly approaching. The question remains, are we ready for a world where freedom is an executable object and dissent can be digitally throttled? Welcome to a chilling exploration of a dystopian future where political disillusionment, exemplified by Marjorie Taylor Greene's resignation effective January 5, 2026, collides with the cold grip of technological control, transforming promises of freedom into mechanisms of surveillance and restriction. Our journey begins with Marjorie Taylor Greene's departure on January 5th, a symbolic act born from deep disillusionment with Washington's broken promises, including failures to implement America First policies, disagreements with Donald Trump, and frustrations over issues like the release of the Epstein Files. She witnessed the evidence of deception, realizing that those who vowed to make America great again were, in fact, constructing a global prison, a vast surveillance network designed with their names at the top of the ledger, betraying the very ideals they professed to uphold. This wasn't about draining the swamp. It was about upgrading it into a digital fortress, a system of control where murky political waters give way to sleek data centers and interconnected servers, all glowing with the promise of dominance rather than deliverance. The cage, paradoxically, is made in America. Its locks private and impenetrable, with the keys held exclusively by an unseen directorate that operates beyond democratic oversight, ensuring only they control entry and exit in this new order. This directorate represents the convergence of technocrats engineering the systems, powerful family-backed investors funding the infrastructure, and a media that remains eerily silent, failing to expose or challenge this growing web of control. They didn't save the country. They merely patented the jail, transforming societal structures into a meticulously managed system of compliance, where every aspect of life is documented, analyzed, and regulated through proprietary technologies. This new reality sees the erosion of privacy, where every individual becomes a mere data point within an omnipresent surveillance grid, tracked relentlessly from public spaces to private moments, leaving no corner untouched. Biometric surveillance becomes the norm, with every face scanned for identification, every movement logged in vast databases, and every interaction monitored in real time, turning personal autonomy into a relic of the past. The promise of security has morphed into a pervasive system of control, where personal freedoms are traded for perceived order, as networks of cameras watch unblinkingly, enforcing a facade of safety at the cost of liberty. This digital infrastructure extends beyond physical spaces, influencing social credit scores that judge behavior and restrict access based on perceived compliance, dictating everything from travel to daily necessities. Noncompliance is met with immediate consequences, manifesting as restricted access to essential services like banking or healthcare, travel bans, or even severed communication channels, swiftly isolating dissenters from society. The system is designed to incentivize conformity, creating a society where individuality is suppressed in favor of collective obedience, as crowds move in lockstep through environments engineered for uniformity and control. This is the ultimate extrapolation of current trends, a chilling vision of a future where technology enables total societal management, from scrolling code that powers algorithms to sprawling data centers processing endless streams of personal data. The digital fortress is not a distant fantasy, but a potential reality, built brick by digital brick, with every click contributing data, every scan adding to the profile, inching us closer to inescapable oversight. It's a world where the lines between freedom and control blur, leaving us to ponder the true cost of security as advanced drones like the Sunspark patrol the skies, their lenses ever watchful over the populace below. As the drone surveys from high in the atmosphere, a green biometric box appears over a person's face, digital lines meticulously tracing features to verify identity and assess compliance in this omnipresent system. The chilling verdict flashes on the display. Status: compliant/token balance. Restricted: a stark indicator that even obedience yields limitations, punishing any hint of independence through economic and social constraints. This is the stark reality of a world where dissent is systematically punished and conformity is enforced as the only viable path forward, stripping away the last vestiges of personal agency. This is Vogue.